My dear child, I do not write to make you famous, rich, or admired by the crowd. I write so that you may live with clarity in a world that often confuses noise for truth and speed for intelligence. Never rush your mind. The universe itself unfolds slowly, and yet nothing is late. Learn to respect patience, for patience is not waiting, it is understanding that everything arrives when the mind is ready to receive it. Do not measure your worth by how loudly others applaud you. Most people clap without understanding, and many remain silent even when witnessing greatness. Measure yourself by how honestly you live with your conscience. If you can sleep peacefully at night knowing you did not betray your values, you are already ahead of the majority. Curiosity is more important than obedience. Obedience makes good followers, but curiosity creates thinkers. Question what you are told, even when it comes from authority, even when it comes from me. Truth does not fear questions. Only falsehood demands blind acceptance. You will be taught many things in school, but remember this: education is not the learning of facts, it is the training of the mind to think. Facts change, theories evolve, but a disciplined mind remains valuable in every era. Learn how to learn, and you will never become outdated. Failure will visit you more often than success. Welcome it respectfully. Every mistake carries information, and every error is a lesson disguised as embarrassment. If you fear failure, you will fear growth. The man who never fails is the man who never tries. Protect your imagination. The world will try to shrink it, label it unrealistic, or call it childish. Ignore them. Imagination is the preview of life's coming attractions. Every invention, every discovery, every transformation began as something someone else laughed at. Choose simplicity over complexity when possible. Complexity often hides confusion, while simplicity reflects understanding. If you cannot explain something simply, you do not yet understand it well enough. Never confuse busyness with productivity. Many people spend their entire lives moving without direction. Progress is not about speed, it is about alignment. Know where you are going before you begin to run. Be kind, not because the world is kind, but because cruelty requires no intelligence. Anyone can harm, insult, or dominate. It takes strength to remain gentle in a harsh environment. Kindness is not weakness, it is controlled power. Guard your time carefully. Time is the only resource that cannot be replenished, borrowed, or saved. Once spent, it is gone forever. Spend it on learning, creating, loving, and becoming, not on proving, pleasing, or comparing. You will encounter people who doubt you. Do not argue with them. Let your work speak where words fail. Silence paired with excellence is the most convincing response. Learn to be alone without feeling lonely. Solitude is where deep thinking occurs. The mind needs quiet the way the body needs rest. Those who cannot sit with themselves often become dependent on distraction. Do not chase approval. The crowd is easily impressed and quickly bored. Today they celebrate you, tomorrow they forget you. Build something meaningful instead of something popular. Read widely, not to appear intelligent, but to expand your perspective. Every book is a conversation with a mind that lived before you. Through reading, you gain centuries of experience without aging a day. Never stop asking, why? Children do this naturally, and adults abandon it out of convenience. The moment you stop asking why, you stop growing. Money is a useful servant but a terrible master. Earn it honestly, use it wisely, and never let it define your self-worth. Wealth can buy comfort, but it cannot buy meaning. Respect those who know more than you, but do not feel inferior to them. Knowledge is not a hierarchy of value. Every mind has something unique to offer. If you want to understand something deeply, teach it to someone else. Teaching reveals gaps in understanding and strengthens clarity. Do not confuse intelligence with arrogance. The truly intelligent listen more than they speak. They understand that learning requires humility. Your character is revealed not in moments of comfort, but in moments of pressure. Anyone can behave well when things are easy. Watch who you become when you are tired, frustrated, or disappointed. Never betray your integrity for short-term gain. The price is always higher than it appears at first. Choose friends who challenge your thinking, not just those who agree with you. Comfort may feel good, but growth rarely feels comfortable. Learn the value of delayed gratification. The ability to wait separates those who build lasting success from those who chase quick pleasure. Do not fear being misunderstood. Every original thinker was misunderstood before being recognized. Clarity often comes later, not immediately. Trust reason, but respect intuition. Logic shows you the path, intuition tells you when it matters. Accept that life is not fair, but do not let that make you bitter. Fairness is a human concept, not a universal law. What you can control is how you respond. Take responsibility for your choices. Blaming circumstances may protect your ego, but it weakens your power. Never stop improving yourself, but never hate yourself in the process. Growth comes from patience, not self-contempt. My child, remember that intelligence without wisdom can become destructive. Learn not only how things work, but why they should or should not be done. Knowledge gives power, but wisdom decides how that power is used. A sharp mind guided by a careless heart can cause more harm than ignorance ever could. Do not compare your beginning to someone else's middle. Every life follows a different equation, with different variables and unknowns. Comparison steals joy and replaces it with unnecessary doubt. Focus instead on progress. Small, consistent improvement compounds over time, much like the laws that govern the universe. You will sometimes feel lost, unsure of your purpose. This is not a failure, it is a sign that your mind is exploring. Certainty often belongs to those who have not thought deeply enough. Allow yourself periods of confusion, they are the birthplace of understanding. Learn to listen more than you speak. Listening is an underrated form of intelligence. When you truly listen, you learn not only from words, but from silence, tone, and intention. Many people talk only to be heard, few listen to understand. Do not waste your energy trying to impress others. Impress yourself instead. At the end of your life, it will not matter how many people admired you, but whether you lived honestly with yourself. Be cautious of rigid beliefs. The moment you believe you know everything, you stop learning anything new. Keep your mind flexible, like a scientist testing hypotheses, not a fanatic defending conclusions. You will be tempted to follow the crowd, especially when standing alone feels uncomfortable. Remember this: progress has never come from consensus. Every leap forward began with someone brave enough to disagree. Treat mistakes as data, not as judgments of your worth. The universe does not punish errors, it simply responds to them. Learn, adjust, and continue. Never underestimate the power of consistency. Talent may open the door, but discipline keeps it open. Small efforts repeated daily outperform rare bursts of enthusiasm. Be mindful of your thoughts, for they shape your reality. A mind trained to see possibility will find opportunity even in difficulty. A mind trained to see limits will find obstacles everywhere. Respect nature. It is the greatest teacher you will ever have. The laws that govern the stars also govern you. When you align yourself with natural rhythms, work and rest, effort and recovery, you thrive. Do not chase perfection. Perfection is static, growth is dynamic. Aim instead for progress and understanding. Learn to manage your emotions rather than suppress them. Emotions are signals, not enemies. Ignored emotions grow louder, understood emotions grow wiser. Speak the truth, but choose your timing and your tone carefully. Truth delivered without compassion can wound unnecessarily. Understand that success does not always look impressive from the outside. Quiet lives filled with meaning often contribute more to the world than loud lives filled with ego. Be grateful, even when things are difficult. Gratitude trains the mind to recognize abundance where others see lack. Do not be afraid to change your mind. Changing your mind is not weakness, it is evidence of learning. Learn the difference between confidence and stubbornness. Confidence is rooted in understanding. Stubbornness is rooted in fear. Your habits will shape your destiny more than your dreams. Dreams inspire, but habits execute. Protect your focus. In a world designed to distract you, focus is a superpower. Do not neglect your body in pursuit of intellectual success. A tired body clouds the mind. Health is the foundation upon which all achievement rests. Treat everyone with respect, regardless of their status. Intelligence does not grant superiority. The value of a person is not measured by titles or applause. Learn to forgive, not because others deserve it, but because your peace is valuable. Carrying resentment is like carrying unnecessary weight. Do not confuse motion with direction. Being busy is not the same as moving forward. Be patient with yourself. Growth is not linear. Some days you will feel brilliant, other days lost. Both are part of the process. When faced with fear, ask yourself what it is trying to teach you. Fear often points toward growth disguised as danger. Never stop learning. The moment you believe you are finished, you begin to decline. Value depth over speed. Deep understanding lasts longer than quick answers. Surround yourself with people who encourage honesty, not flattery. Take time to think. Most errors are not caused by lack of intelligence, but by lack of reflection. Remember that life is not a race. There is no prize for finishing early. Use your intelligence to solve problems, not to dominate people. Be curious about perspectives different from your own. Understanding does not require agreement. Accept responsibility for your inner world. You may not control events, but you control interpretation. Practice humility even in success. Pride blinds, humility sharpens. Let go of what you cannot control. Resistance wastes energy, acceptance redirects it. Understand that meaning is not found, it is created through action and intention. Do not let fear of judgment silence your ideas. The world advances through shared thoughts, not hidden ones. Stay honest, especially when dishonesty seems easier. Remember that every day is an experiment. Observe, learn, refine. If you ever feel overwhelmed, return to basics. Breathe, think, act. Choose long-term fulfillment over short-term pleasure. Keep asking questions, even when answers are uncomfortable. Live in a way that your future self will respect.